Hello and welcome. My name's Super Saiyan and this is your weekly news and pre-order video for Saturday the 9th of November. Still no sight of Sisters of Battle anywhere. Hopefully tomorrow at some point there'll be an announcement for them to be up on pre-order for next weekend. Next weekend would be the 16th. So that means that you'd get them on the 23rd, the second to last week in November, which I think is when they were promised, sometime in November. I make these videos sometimes every day, usually every week. If you'd like to support the channel monetarily, you can donate to Patreon for as little as $1 a month. It really helps the channel out, allows me to get models that I wouldn't normally get for my own army. If you can't do it that way, I strongly suggest you check out Element Games because they ship worldwide and you can save up to 25% on all of your purchases. Just use the affiliate link in the description below this video and that will tell them that I've told you about them, and that would really help the channel out too. And quite a few of you do that, so thank you for you guys that just go to the web store by clicking the link. Let's go on to the community website then, straight away. There's been a lot of noise about Necromunda Dark Uprising. It's an expensive set, guys. If we just go back in time to the 2nd of November, which would have been last week on Saturday, you had all of these Ossiarch Legions, the Bone Reapers, lovely looking models. Then later that day, there were some brilliant reveals that I put on my Instagram. It's just super_Saiyan. Some fantastic Warcry monsters. Look at this. The Ogrid Myrmidon. Looks like something straight out of Diablo. Speaking of which, I'd go and check the trailer out for Diablo. It looks fantastic. Then you've got the Mindstealer Sphinx. Yeah, I think that's a play on Sphinx, isn't it? That wouldn't look out of place next to Ivrain. Just replace her Durinx with this Sphinx. You've got to know your Durinxes from your Sphinxes. Anyway, absolutely stunning monster. And then this big boy here. It says it's a Fomeroid Crusher. Interesting. Does it have one eye? Possibly. I think it's got one eye. Yeah, we're getting into sort of God of War territory with these monsters. Looks pretty cool. Then, big reveal for Slaves of Darkness. Really like these models. I've actually got a Warhammer Chaos army, like Chaos Knights, so these are right up my street, and I'm probably gonna take the plunge with these Slaves of Darkness finally. Get some more Age of Sigmar models on the channel. These knights are just beautiful. I love the horses. They're in such good poses, dynamic, and then this guy here just steals the show. And then you've got this monster mounted Chaos Lord, which just looks fantastic. Just gets rid of that horse and puts it on that. And the book looks amazing as well. Incredible. You've got this like dragon thing that has Khorne, Tzeentch and Nurgle on there. But that's what it sort of reminds me of. They look fantastic, these new models. Then for 40k, we've got the second book of the Psychic Awakening, Faith and Fury. It's got an awesome looking Word Bearers Sorcerer there. I think it's Word Bearers. For a lot of these, so you've got Black Templars, which are there. You've got Night Lords, Alpha Legion, World Eaters, Emperor's Children, Iron Warriors, and Word Bearers. So this is another key book for me to get. Sisters of Battle new miniatures revealed. The Exorcist Tank is looking absolutely glorious, just superb. There's so many. I mean, it's not just a rhino sprue with some bits and pieces added on from Forge World or something. This is a fully fledged kit. I don't know how much more they can squeeze out of the rhino chassis, but I think we've hit the point here, guys and girls. This is just immense. And then you've got the Immolator with this stained glass visage, or whatever you want to call it. Just incredible. I don't think it's see-through. I think they've done some trickery with their painting. in terms of using the glaze paints, but again, I just love every bit of it. You know, from the doors to the exhausts to the weapons themselves to the cherubs, to all the candles. It's everything and more I would hope for and dreamt of. And then to top it off, we've got this Chaos Sorcerer. I'm not sure I like the blue, but he's definitely going to look awesome in Wordbearer's colours. I like the staff, and I like this manifestation of some kind of psychic power he's going, and he's definitely going to be a must in my Chaos army. Then you've got the Lord of Death Rises. If we just get rid of the sound, basically it's a preview of Mephiston for the Blood Angels, which is like the chief librarian, the key psyker. He's a Tigurius of Blood Angels. I don't think he is Primaris though. I don't think they've done a Primaris job on him. We'll have to see, but he looks in exactly the same pose as one of the artworks. So if you want a bit of a preview, just type that into Google and you'll be able to see sort of what he's going to look like. But he's going to be available from the 30th, which is only a couple of weeks away, guys. Okay, moving back to the news. So that was a big reveal at the Blood and Glory in Derby event. There was an article on Journeying to the West. On the Sunday, there was a Dark Uprising and Returning Heroes. So this has been the big push all week. The new Necromunda box set. The scenery is absolutely stunning. They've done a beautiful job with the scenery. I think you have to paint it all and things and build it, but you know, pretty good. And the models are awesome, and you get lots of cards and dice and all kinds of things there. I really do like the Corpse Grinder cult. Look fantastic. And the Palanite Enforcers. I love these kind of shotguns or grenade launcher type things. I think they're shotguns with the round drums, round magazines with these riot shields. I mean, they picked a good time to release these with the recent Call of Duty with that riot shield. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, I do like these Enforcer models. Then you can also get the floor tile set, some new bases that will match it, and some lovely bright orange dice and transfer sheet. Loads of things for the Hobbit, loads of card packs, and some returning heroes. Here they all are. And the Hunter Orcs as well. And then there was a look at the White Dwarf magazine. It's probably worth picking up that one because you get the art print, which is like a Adeptus Sororitas art print. And there's a big article about the Inquisition. I think there's actually like a mini codex in that one, so it might be worth getting. I've stopped my subscription for White Dwarf momentarily, but I'm sure I will load it up at some point. There's an article on the Horus Heresy Deadliest Ground, Psychic Awakening Keeping Order, A Long Way From Home, the unboxing of Necromunda Dark Uprising. Lots and lots of sprues and plastic in there. Got the rule book, got all the accessories, the cards, all the models. I think they're on one sprue each. Then the terrain. Look at all that terrain. Incredible. Mainly just a box of terrain, let's face it. Then there's a rumour engine. Meet the Corpse Grinder Cultists. So a nice little article about them. Organised play for Warcry. New game expansions in Barnes & Noble. This was an interesting one just from the 40k side of things, in that you actually get the Space Marine Heroes Series 1 Rare Captain with the Plasma Pistol and Power Sword, which I never got, but you get, I think, the 6 Space Marines there, and some paints in Barnes & Noble. I don't think we've got a Barnes & Noble in the UK, but I think it's mainly in the States. How to Become a Grandmaster, Andrew King's Mordor collection. Join the Subjugators, so look at the Enforcers. From the Mind of Mengel, the Mortek Guard 2, Regimental Standard, Get Started with Horus Heresy Audio, Necromunda website update, Know Your Mortarks, Bring Ruin to the Underhive, Cavendish, Middle-earth, Unlikely Heroes and Dread Villains, the White Dwarf preview for November, very good. Building the Underhive, and Warhammer at Adepticon 2020 in March next year. This was interesting because you've got the Golden Demon with an incredible brand new Golden Demon trophy. And of course there's going to be some unique models there. You've got Librarian in Terminator armour, brand new one. And then you've got Knight Questor Dacian Anvil. Quite pronounced name there. But yeah, Librarian looks alright. But yeah, if you go there, you can pick up those 2 models only at that event, and probably at other events in the future. And then you've got this video with Becca, and she helps you to get started with Necromunda. So as you can see, a lot of news completely for this week. Lots and lots of things going on. Everything from a bit of 40k there to a fair bit of Age of Sigmar and the Necromunda Dark Uprising set. Let's jump on over to Forge World and have a look at the pre-orders. It's basically Lord of the Rings. If we go to new and we go to pre-orders, it is the Defenders of Helm's Deep for £21, and then the Nazgul of Dol Guldur. So Defenders of the Deep just has 2 models, Haleth and Aldor, and they can be yours for £21, so basically £10.50 each. Fair bit of detail on them. I do like how Forge World are. They keep creating these brand new models for Lord of the Rings games. You know, when obviously Games Workshop can't commit to doing that at the moment. The Nazgul of Dol Guldur, £102. This is a bit pricey in my opinion. You've got the 9 Nazgul, Witch King of Angmar, Camel the Easterling, the Dark Headsman, the Forsaken, the Lingering Shadow, 2 Abyssal Knights and 2 Slayers of Men. So there you go. If you're good with Lord of the Rings, I'll expect you to tell me who's who. Slayers of Men and the Witch King and so on. But they can be yours for 102. Again, that works out at over £10 per model for those. And that's all the pre-orders for Forge World, so not really that many. Just the Lord of the Rings stuff. Let's jump on over to Games Workshop, which is right here, and wow, you're hit straight away with Necromunda Join the Uprising. Big focus. You've got some snowy, frosted areas on the website. You've got the Red Gobbo with some presents and things. So Christmas has come on the 9th of November. I think it's probably yesterday, but 9th of November, Christmas has come. We're, 6 weeks away, 5 weeks, 6 weeks away, I think we are, a bit more than that. You've got the Red Gobbo here. If you click on your exclusive, and we go to pre-orders, and we view all, and we go from high to low. Here we go. So you've got the Necromunda Dark Uprising pre-order collection for a whopping £273. You are reading it correctly there. What do we get in here? You get the Dark Uprising box set. You get the Book of Pain, the Underhive graffiti transfer sheet, and the floor tile set. So it doesn't sound like a lot for almost £300, but there you go. You've got the Mortalis collection, which has the floor tile set and the transfers, but doesn't have the other book and the dice. You want those dice though, let's face it. And then the Necromunda Dark Uprising box set itself. 175 is huge amount of money. It's huge. Who is going to buy this? Who is actually going to buy this? I don't know. But they're selling it, and it's mainly scenery. I would bet money that that scenery is made in China. I've just got a feeling that it is. Models do look good. I'm a big fan of them. I think there's a lot of things going on with all of them. I love the 360 views that they put on these sets. They have gone to town with the painting, I have to say. Almost like spray paint in terms of like the shadowing on the muscles and the skin. They can't make those models any better, looking any better. I'm sure they can't. They just look fantastic. And the way they paint these sells the sets, it sells the models. Let's have a look at the Palanite Enforcers. Yeah, incredible. They look like something out of a comic book. Yeah, the weapons look immense. They just show you. Yep, there's a picture of all the scenery you get. And look at all that scenery. So you get pipes in there, which we have had before, but you get some walls and some actual buildings. But to get the most of them, you'll have to paint them. You have to paint them to that standard. So there you go. You get all the cards, tokens. That's the reverse of the box. That's nice. It's good that they're doing that. They should do that more often, I think. Now the sprues. And they're obviously the last markers and so on. So it's a lot of money, £175 for 20 models, and but you are getting it for that scenery. And that scenery, let's face it, you could use that scenery quite easily for Kill Team. Then you've got the War Cries Starter Collection, £92. You've got the floor tile set for £40. That, I think, is, just plastic, so you're going to have to spray that, but it shouldn't be too difficult. You're going to have a lot of fun spraying that. And actually, for Armies on Parade, that would be pretty good if you wanted to create some kind of Armies on Parade thing for that. Nazgul, Thimble, Orc, Hunter Orc Captains, £30 for those. Legolas, Greenleaf and Turiel, Mirkwood Hunters, £30. The Thranduil, King of Mirkwood, £30. That's him on his horse, and then, posing about. Young Thorin, Balin and Dwalin for £28. You got the Book of Ruin, £28. Would have been nice if that was in the actual box set itself. Say how many pages it is. Does it say how many pages it is? Yep, 128 pages. It's not too bad. I guess that is the expansion. Rules for other hired guns, look, and you can use your Gene Stealer cults as well. So if you've got Gene Stealer cults and you want to use them in Necromunda, it's probably worth getting. The transfer sheet is £20. Mirkwood Elf Captains, £20. The Red Gobbo, which you probably seen my video today, earlier on, the unboxing of that. I'm making him as we speak. He's £20. It's quite decent. He's a one-off, hence why he's so expensive. Even though he's small, he's got a scenic base as well. These are going to be in limited supply, I'm sure. The Book of Ruin digital edition for $19.99. Vaults of Obsidian hardback. Hobbit cards. Thankwal. Thank you. Necromunda dice set, £10. Zone Mortalis bases set for $10. Myths and Revenants paperback for $8.99. White Dwarf is $5.99 always, and then Necromunda Dark Uprising keyring. So you get this. When you order Dark Uprising, you get a free limited edition keyring. So you spend £175, and you're going to be getting a free keyring. They're entitled to 1 corpse starch ration. 100% recycled, may contain bone fragments. Interesting. Okay, so that is all of the pre-orders on Forge World and Games Workshop. As you can see, not as many as last week, only 25 this week. It's going to be very interesting tomorrow to see what's up for pre-order the week after. I'm sure it's going to be Sisters of Battle, because if they're going to be up, ready for release on the 16th, it could be ready on the 16th or the 23rd, but if they're ready for the 23rd, well, Mephiston is coming on the 30th. It might overshadow him in a way. Or it might benefit him. Who knows? Anyway, what do you guys think of all these pre-orders? What do you think of this box set for £175? Please do, as always, put it in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.